Well, we've been waiting on this news to drop for a little bit, and this isn't official, but it is leaning toward a contract extension. We already knew that was coming for Amon-Ra St. Brown, but what we didn't know is the estimate of that number per year, what he is most likely to get. Now, we've heard anything from 25 and up. And according to Spot Track, the estimated market value for his type of receiver was $26 million, where according to Jeremy Fowler, it could be a little bit more than that. And we're going to go right now to Pride of Detroit. I've seen this several different times, but I do like the way that their layout is. Pride of Detroit says, we already know via Dave Burkett that the Lions and St. Brown's agency were planning on talking at the combine to discuss a potential extension. Now, I didn't make that video because St. Brown videos don't do that well, so I was just going to wait. But this one right here, we got to talk about. It's a no-brainer to give St. Brown, who has been playing on an extremely affordable fourth-round rookie deal, a significant pay bump. Garzanio says the buzz in Indianapolis is that the contract would land somewhere in the $26 to $28 million range per year. Given that Tyreek Hill is already making $30 and a year and Justin Jefferson is expected to make north of that, it seems like a reasonable figure for St. Brown, who finished 2023 in third in receiving yards, tied for fourth in receiving touchdowns, and tied for second in reception. So the long and short of it is that St. Brown could be making around $28 million a year. $28 million a year. Now that is $2 million more than the market value from Spot Track. And guess what? I'm okay with that. Dude has earned every penny of it. And like I told y'all before, if you play good, they pay good, coming from Deion Sanders. But what I mean by that is no matter how you draft, when it comes due, when the rent comes due, if these players play well, you are going to have to shelve out some money. So all this building through the draft is fantastic. That's how you build your core. But eventually you're going to have to pay those guys. Whether it's in year 4 or 5, you're going to have to pay them. To have a good team, you have to pay people. That's just the way it is. Now, here's the deal. I am perfectly fine with St. Brown getting 28 or 26 to $28 million a year. Let me know in the comment section below. Are you? Here's what this is going to show me. If Brad Holmes does this, I have to take the word cheap out of his vocabulary. He's not cheap. He's not thrifty. He's none of those things. Okay. He might be thrifty. He might be smart with the money, but that shows me that he will pay who he wants to. So now if St. Brown makes that much money over the market value, we're talking about almost $30 million a year. That is more than Josh Allen, Danielle Hunter. He will be making very close to what Chris Jones is going to make. Who? Chris Jones. And again, I'm okay with every single cent that St. Brown is getting. Talk about a 4th round pick who worked his butt off, undervalued, underestimated, disrespected, and he earned every penny. I can relate to that. So I'm perfectly fine with that. But this will show me that Brad Holmes will spend the money. So now I don't want to hear anything about a Chris Jones. I don't want to hear anything about a Josh Allen. I don't want to hear anything about a dog wide receiver. Don't talk to me about that, because now it shows me that he is willing to pay. And I promise you this, Hutch and Jameson Williams going to get paid, especially J-Mo. He love him some J-Mo. But when Hutch comes around in 2 more years, he going to get paid too. And then J-Mo going to get paid after that. He have a stellar year 3, year 4. First we pick up his 5th year option, then we pay him. Penei Sewell about to get the bag too next year. So whether or not you drafted him or you bring him in free agency, this shows me Brad Holmes pays over the market value for St. Brown. This shows me that he is willing to pay for a person he truly wants. So now the question, you know what I got to say. Now all of this stuff, every one of these dogs out there on this defensive line, secondary, wide receiver, offensive lineman, linebacker, you willing to pay $30 million for what you would call a slot wide receiver, which is not about the position, it's about the production. If you're willing to pay that for a guy who can't go deep, who doesn't stretch the field, but he does everything else, then there's no excuse for a Josh Allen. Zero, none. As you can see, this has nothing to do with St. Brown. St. Brown is a dog. And if we cut him or we didn't pay him, I would be livid. I love this young man. I love the fact that he internalized all his feelings and he turned it into something. That's how you do things. That's how you do things. He's a great example for the people coming up today. You don't have to take that stuff in the street. You can internalize it. You can put it towards your craft, which is how you become one of the best receivers in the game. Third, fourth in these categories. So kudos to St. Brown. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. How would you feel if Brad Holmes, when you hear the deal, because what we'll do now is we'll break the news. There's nothing else to talk about. We'll break the news, make a 3-minute video, and be on and popping. I'm happy with this. I'm more happy about this because it opens up the door for, well, didn't I say this was going to be a defining year for Brad Holmes? Well, so you not cheap. You not cheap if you don't want to be. You put my mom always used to say, like, you put money, you get what you want. So if you want, and she's still here, by the way, but so she still says it, right? You get what you want. If you want something, you get it. You pay for what you want, right? So kudos to St. Brown. Come on, Brad. Let me show you what you got, bro. Because once you pay him $30 million, now the floodgates are open. It ain't no excuse. None. That means you literally could pay anybody else. These guys will be making more money than anybody on the field except the quarterback. So that means there is nobody off limits once I hear the number for this. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Happy Sunday, guys. The franchise tag deadline is in a little bit over 48 hours, and then we can talk about even more. It's going to be an exciting time. Free agency is in 9 days, so things are going to ramp up. And I got a confession. But I'm going to say that for a later video. Thank you to all my members and subscribers. Thank you so much. This channel is made possible by viewers just like you. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions.